Manchester, Glasgow, the Algarve, Majorca, Verona and Lourdes. Visit cityofderryairport.com.
The Highland Radio Birthday Bash featuring Margot and special guests. Tickets are €30 each and are now available at Highland Radio, the Mount Errigal Hotel Letterkenny, Alexander's Ballybuffet, Simpsons Bar Carndonagh and the Cope Dunlow. For further information, call the station on 9125,000 or check out the outlet at highlandradio.com.
Fancy a free glass of Prosecco while admiring one of Donegal's best views? Join us on our first wedding fair at the Water's Edge Rathmullen on Saturday the 23rd of March from 11am to 3pm. We will be joining forces with Ultimate Touches and other vendors to showcase the Water's Edge Rathmullen as your dream wedding reception. With free entry and great prizes to be won, it's a day out not to be missed.
Right now, B&Q Club members get 10% off everything in-store and online. Not a member? Join today, save today. Sign up in-store or at diy.ie. Offer ends Tuesday. You can do it. Exclusions and terms and conditions apply. See diy.ie.
Sometimes it's just bad luck, but sometimes it's negligence. From minor bumps to life-changing injury, every accident has a story. Time to call McElhenney and Associates. They'll assess the situation, advise on solutions, and lead the way if any litigation is to follow. From motor accidents and workplace accidents to slips, trips and falls, call today on 074 917 5989 or find us online. Let's get you started on the road to recovery. McElhenney and Associates Solicitors, Stranorlar. How can we help? In contentious business, a solicitor may not calculate fees or other charges as a percentage or proportion of any award or settlement.
It's Highland Radio's big birthday charity day, and we are supporting the Irish Wheelchair Association. Every donation counts.
That's a great facility to have in the area. Like, people are very friendly, and everything down the centre there, and all that. I wouldn't be without it. Changed my life around completely.
So we have 3 day centres, one in Letterkenny, Malin and Carrigart. There is also a school in Mottern with the Irish Wheelchair Association and assisted living services which provide PAs.
To donate, go to highlandradio.com or check out our social channels.
It's not just that Sarah can't rely on the rains to come this year. It's not just that the only water left could cost her life. It's not just that she has seen all her crops destroyed and she is struggling to feed her little boy. Like thousands of parents living in regions devastated by drought, Sarah is living in fear, and it's not just. This Lent, your help can make all the difference. Visit trocra.org or call 1-800 408 408. Trocra. Together for a just world.
Okay, Highland Radio, it is 9 o'clock and, just gone 9 o'clock actually, so time to get the news headlines now from Donna Marie Doherty.
Thanks, John. Good morning. Gardaí and emergency services are currently at the scene of a serious road traffic collision on the R245 between the Thorn Road and the Golf Course Road junction. The Letterkenny to Ramelton Road is closed as a result and diversions are in place. No further information is available at this time. A number of warranted searches took place in Letterkenny yesterday afternoon. These were on a number of premises on Canal Road and led to the seizure of a small quantity of cannabis and drug paraphernalia. Gardaí said in a statement that investigations continue. Donegal County Council is looking at its options for taking over College Park off the Glencar Road in Letterkenny, but issues with the sewage pumping station there means there's regular overflow of raw sewage and that's delaying the process. In order for the council to take over the estate, Ishka will have to take responsibility for the station, and that has not happened yet. In the meantime, the council will regularly check the sewage pumping station tanks. Meanwhile, landlords are facing difficulties with getting their septic tanks renewed due to a policy technicality. Caherlick of Glanty's Municipal District Councillor Michael McClafferty raised the issue in a meeting, saying that when a septic tank fails an inspection, it should then qualify for an upgrade. However, that is only if the tank is located on the permanent residence of the owner. Councillor McClafferty says this excludes rented properties and is causing issues. Stormont's First Minister says the US needs to act as a peacemaker in the Middle East, the same way it did in Northern Ireland's troubles. Both Michelle O'Neill and First Deputy Minister Emma Little-Pennegally are both meeting business and political leaders in the US this week to mark St. Patrick's Day. And finally, a meetings of Glenty Municipal District has heard that Tory Island is in need of a fire engine. Councillor John Hamish O'Farry says when Donegal County Council updates a fire engine elsewhere in the county, the pre-existing engine should be assigned to the island. He says there's simply a greater need now that there's more people in the area. And that's all for now from Highland Radio News. We'll be back again at 10 o'clock.
Broadcasting throughout the Northwest and across the world online. This is Highland Radio.
It is indeed Highland Radio on a different day. Thanks to Paul and Jimmy and Arnie and Donald and everybody else and Pat Gallagher. We don't have that sort of an illustrious lineup for this hour, but we're still punching above our weight. But thanks to Paul and Jimmy for a breakfast show with a difference for sure. And Greg will be along, but not for another hour because the day that's in it, our charity day. It's me, John President, for the next hour, and I'm joined by a couple of guests, and there might even be a third, fingers crossed. But in the studio for a chat today, stuck in traffic. That's Letterkenny traffic for you. That happened. Paddy Brown from the Viking Dippers and Pádraig Gallagher, comedian extraordinaire, they're with me in the studio. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us, and good morning.
All right, so I hope you two know what's going on because I know very little. So
between the three of us, John, we'll have to wing it.
Okay, it's going to be a seat of the pants hour.
There'll be no dead air. We'll keep going.
All right, that's reassuring. Anyhow, it's a day of fundraising, and we're spinning down in the shopping centre, as you heard there with Sean. And that's going to be ongoing all day, and we'll be linking in and out, and I'm doing some links from down there as well. And it's supporting three charities. It's Jigsaw, Donegal, it's Breast Care Northwest, and it's the Irish Wheelchair Association. And also there's a big auction that we'll get to that shortly, because there's I know that Greg and Lee are going to be on from 11 with the details of that auction and doing some of it live as well. So it's
fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It's all happening, yeah. Right. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Well, I will speak for myself first. So
right. Paddy, I see some of the stuff you do because I follow you on Instagram. Pádraig, not so much you. So fill me in.
Right.
What are you up to at the minute?
Are
you on Instagram?
I'm somewhere on there, but I'm not very good at the old self-promotion stuff. I suppose the most recent thing, I was in the LMDG production of The Alternative a couple of weeks ago in Angreenon. So
you were. I was at that. Now that
you recognise me now.
Yes, yes, you were.
So I was the one of the reporters. So I was actually in the auditorium to do some vox pops, which people didn't realise that was all pre-planned. It was good
but
fun.
it worked out great because it was all part of the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then the setup was a BBC Dublin.
Yeah. So I suppose the premise of the show was about an alternative version of Ireland.
Yep.
There was a referendum happening on whether Ireland should leave the UK, and this was the night of the last debate between the Prime Minister and so on. So my part then was vox popping people on their opinions. Now in the original production that was all pre-recorded, but Kieran Kelly, the director, was like, no, I want you in the room because I think it'll be really interesting, and it really was.
It was.
Because people didn't realise the people I was asking were planned. Now, after about the third one, they realised, but it was very funny to watch people. Some people would have been happy enough to take a question, and you could see other people starting to turn and try not to catch my eye just to see. And it was a great experience, and
well, it worked out great because everything was on stage. Well, there was stage and screen,
yeah.
So all the focus was up there, and then all of a sudden it switched, and there was like live. It was questions from the audience, and this was live, and you were there, and you were putting out the questions to the people, and initially you're 100% right. Initially, people were thinking, because you're going to come to me and ask a question.
Yeah. It was great, as that thing of live theatre. Like everybody in the audience was part of the show. Then they just didn't realise how much a part of the show they might be or not. But it was really. And even one of the writers was there on the Saturday night, and he thought that was among Kieran made a lot of fantastic changes to it. It was a great show and everybody involved did a great job. But he was like, oh, I really like that, because you could feel the energy change in the room, because like that people were thinking, oh no, is he coming to me next? I don't know what I wanted. Like, I didn't realise there was a referendum happening, you know.
And then there was one then that was getting, you know, all excited and just wouldn't take no for an answer, and he had to be shuffled out.
Oh yes,
Again,
yes, at the very yes.
It all added.
Oh yeah, and that one, funny, the actor Pat that played that part, what he was saying on the Saturday night, while the other questions were happening, the lady beside him kind of said, oh, the play's very good, isn't it? It's going really well. And he said, he goes, I think I might ask a question. And she said, oh, you should. And then she didn't realise, obviously, he was part of the show.
Very
so
good.
Got up and started ranting. We kind of wanted to go in and see what her reaction was, you know, as to...
Because then he did get up and he started ranting, and then the bouncers had to throw him out, you know. So she was going, what's going on here?
She had caused the whole thing. But it was great, and that thing of just using the space in there, kind of keeping the audience guessing a bit, because people really, I suppose, didn't know what was coming next when those kind of things were happening. And no, it was nice to be part of. Initially I was like, oh, the video thing, that'll be handy enough, we'll go someday and video it and it'll be done. But then to be in the room, it was great to actually be part of that.
Actually, I didn't know. I thought that was all part of the original. I didn't know that Kieran had made those changes.
No, there was a few other things too, but it all worked really well. And as I say, one of the writers was there on Saturday and he was blown away. And it had been one run before when they won the competition with Fishamble. But he was like, that's as good as any professional production. Like, yeah, it's only amateur in name. Yeah. You know, the effort that everybody puts in is professional, you know.
But isn't that the way with so many local productions? I was down at the Addams Family last week, and that was, you know, as close to professional as you'll get as well. It's gone that far now.
Yeah, it's the same. I would even say with like Gaelic footballers, it's only amateur name. Like if people like really care about it and you can see the effort they're putting in, and when you go to a show like that, then like you appreciate it even more, because you can think, well, I know how much it takes to get it to that level, the time everyone's putting in, you know.
And beyond this now, what anything lined up you can tell us about? Are you open to offers?
Well, yeah, or babysitters. If anyone wants to babysit, then I can go and do gigs or give my wife a night off as well. But I had that thing of, oh, sure, nobody wants to hear me go out and do stand-up about my kids. And I'm like, well, there's a number of very high-profile comedians, and that's their whole act. So you never know. Maybe if we find a bit of time in the schedule, we could get back to that too.
Okay. Patty, what about you? I've seen now and again on Instagram, you know, some of the stuff you're up to, the wild swimming.
Yes.
And also you keep busy and you put up the odd video. They all get something in the post or something, and you.
Oh yeah, we do a bit of unboxing, we do a bit of everything, do a bit of dipping. I was actually dipping there with Porrick there on Sunday. We had a great dip, didn't we, Porrick?
Right. Well, I wasn't in the water.
You were
I have to say I wasn't brave enough to get in the water, but I was there. Yeah, it was great. It's a great experience.
And Porrick now, not only a comedian, an actor now. I'm after finding out and all.
Yeah,
wow.
I'll try anything.
But you know yourself, we're just, you know, bit of part-time messer on there and a bit of crack. So, you know, keeps you know, these days, you know, you need to do a wee bit of thing to keep everyone happy, you know.
But a big following.
I mean, I never really, you know, focus on it too much, but I look and I see there's nearly 10,000 people there, and you don't think of what you're putting up, you know. If you think on it too much, you would kind of hold back, I think. But if someone said to me, well, imagine you were standing in a room and there was 100 people in front of you, you know, that'd be a lot of people. You'd be kind of, you know, there. So, you know, nearly at 10,000, suppose, and you know,
it's a bit like when people are thinking about advertising here. Sometimes I say to them, well, listen, tell you what, it's the equivalent of giving, you know, a All Ireland final day at Croke Park, and you have the microphone for 30 seconds. How's that? So, you know, then the penny drops, and no more than, you know, what 10,000 followers or friends would look like. It's great, and 10,000.
Yeah, I mean, like for someone who just goes into the sea and cooks a bit of eggs in the morning, you know, that's a lot of people. So, but you know, I try to use the platform for, you know, just a bit of charity, like yourselves here, you know, you're doing a great thing, and just for good, really, you know, just try to do my best on it.
So no ambitions to do a Porrick on it and move into acting? Well, acting proper, it's acting of sorts when you're doing a video like that, and you are.
You kind of are. Like I try to actually just be myself as much as possible. Like it's full transparency. Like if I'm out having a night out, you know, you'll see me dressed up and I'm nice, but you'll also see me the next day when I'm hanging like a week's washing, you know. And I think that's kind of the appeal to keep people watching. They know it's not, you know, all fakery and messing about. But if you ever need a water boy or anything at one of your gigs, you can let me know, Park.
As I say, like, because you're yourself in your videos, then when people meet you, they know what they're getting. I know a guy who had decent enough success playing a character in those kind of videos, and then when he would go out, people would be expecting to meet the character, and that wasn't the case. I think it annoyed him a bit, because he was like, because I think the character maybe started off making fun of people, but then the people he made fun of were like, no, he's one of us.
But the big players must get that all the time. You know, the household names, because when they're out, people just would identify them with their character, which is grand if you're a comedy actor or something.
Yeah.
But if you're well known for, you know, playing Hannibal Lecter, it's okay. He can go front in the queue. It's all right. So, but I know you don't experience any of that just yet, do you?
Not really. No, it is funny. Like, say if you are in a play and then people spot you maybe a week later somewhere, and they'll be like,
yeah.
You know, I haven't played too many bad guys in plays yet, but who knows what's coming up.
Yeah, because their first instinct will be, you know, as you were in the play or whatever it was, and they'll treat you as such until they move beyond it. Okay, then, time to take a short break, and we'll be right back, because we've got Pádraig Gallagher and Paddy Brown in studio, and some more info on exactly what is happening today coming up.
Today's show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union. Digital loans now available. Apply online via our app today and get your loan transferred directly to your current account.
It's time to transform your smile with the help of Blue Poppy Dental, Letterkenny and Donegal Town. Their expert team offer orthodontics, teeth whitening, implants and composite bonding all in-house. Start your journey by calling 074 97 40404 or easily book your appointment online at a time that suits you through their user-friendly patient portal. Available anytime, anywhere at bluepoppydental.com. Blue Poppy Dental and Orthodontics, Letterkenny and Donegal Town. Gift vouchers available.
On Business Matters this week, my guest is Libby Carton, co-founder and co-owner of independent craft beer company Kinniger Brewing. So join me, Chris Ashmore, after the 6 o'clock news on Sunday.
Business Matters, in association with the Faculty of Business at ATU Donegal. For a career in financial governance, consider the Level 9 MA in Governance and IT in Financial Services. Call 9186206 or email donald.hannigan@atu.ie today.
Planning your big day? Book with Evolve Clothing, Letterkenny Retail Park. Private wedding room, expert advice and tailored fits for the groom, groomsmen and page boy. Great value awaits. Visit us today.
For all your training needs, Northwest Forest Services Training Department Ballybuffet offer a wide range of training courses from training bodies such as NPTC City and Guilds, QQI Lantra and ABA International. They also now do quad courses in line with the new guidelines and regulations for all quad users. If you have a group, they can come to you. For a full list of training courses and availability, contact Northwest Forest Service Ballybuffet on 074 913233.
Watch the show live now on YouTube, Facebook and at highlandradio.com.
Highland Radio. Your voice, your station.
And we're back, and through until 10 o'clock. It's me, John Breslin, and at the moment with two guests and possibly a third, but we'll see. Conal was stuck in traffic, so it must be a lot heavier out there than what's that?
New roundabout.
That's it. That's absolutely right. Now, there's a part of our day today is an auction. A big part of our day is an auction. Just to run through some of the items that will be available for auction, will be as opposed to just yet. But I imagine you can stick in a bid there. I know that Greg and Lee are going to do a lot of this live from 11. But just to let you know that if you do want to bid on some of these items, listen up, lads. There, as we heard during the week, this came in early. It was Gary O'Hanlon, the chef, he's going to cook a dinner for 8 people.
Wow.
So, yourself and 7. There's already a couple of ready bids. I think it's like 2,000 or something.
If he needs anyone to do the eggs, tell him to give me a shout.
Eggs? You're going to do the eggs?
Oh, geez, aye.
All right.
Poached eggs.
Any style?
Egg connoisseur.
You were very quick with the poached
Oh,
there.
yeah. They're the hardest to make, John. Yeah.
You do the...
There's an art
the vortex.
Do you do the vortex?
Oh, of course, the vinegar, the vortex. Yeah.
Oh, vinegar. No, I don't bother the vinegar. A bit of salt, but you do the wee swirl.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
spoon.
Oh, God, aye.
That's a good one. Did you ever bother with the or back in the day, you know the wee plastic thing, and you just cracked the egg into it and then took the lid off it, and there it was.
You want to see my shopping list on Wish? I have every gadget going trying to make these eggs, but actually Chef Kieran Sweeney down there at the Old Glen Bar, he gave me a message and he says, cop yourself on, Paddy, will you just make them the old fashioned way? So I took that advice now, and I'm going well. So
there you go. Yeah, it is the best, I think. Okay, so anyhow, Gary is going to come out to somebody's house and cook dinner for 8 and provide the food as well, so it'll be the finest of food before he even starts cooking. Then there's an overnight stay in the Solaslow-esque 5-star luxury, and that includes a meal in the restaurant and complimentary use of the swimming pool and the fitness suite. That'd be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. And at the Wild Atlantic Camp, there's 3-night stay there, staying in their new luxury chalets, and then enjoying everything that Christlot and Fanahy area has to offer. So that's brilliant. A full week in a 4-bedroom villa in Spain. That'd be all right too, wouldn't it?
Take that.
Yeah,
that'd be the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. And this is with a private pool. It's in the resort of Quesadilla. Is that how it's pronounced? Or is that a food?
That's
Quesadilla is a food.
Kusadasi.
Because it could be Kusadasi. Yeah. Anyhow, it's close to Torrevieja and or Torrevieja and Alicante Airport, so it'll be easy to get to.
It'll be warmer than Donegal.
The signposts will all be spelled correctly.
Yeah.
And 2-night stay at Harvey's Point as well, bed and breakfast and dinner as well on one evening in the Lakeside Restaurant. Fantastic. There's 20 ton of decorative stone. So you just need to do something around the house.
Well,
there's always something to do
there's
around
always
the house.
something to do around the house.
You'd find something, I suppose.
Yeah, you'll always find a place for it. And that's courtesy of GMG Stone, Port Road, Letterkenny. Sunday lunch for 4 at Harvey's Point. This is the famous carvery over there.
Oh, yes.
So that's for 4. And a trip to see Hamilton. This is the Highland trip to see Hamilton in Dublin. It's going to be at the Bordgash Theatre. Has either of you seen Hamilton?
I haven't, but I would love to see it.
Yeah,
same as that. No, I haven't, but I would love to see it as well.
Yeah, but because it was just impossible to get tickets for when it was on Broadway and then over in the West End.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a chance to see it now. It's in Dublin, and the trip includes close return travel and your stay in Dublin. And flights to Glasgow, these are from Donegal Airport, and this route is restarting on the 19th of May. So 2 return tickets to Glasgow up for grabs. And either of you familiar with Glasgow?
I am a bit now, yes. What I remember of it.
All right. That sounds like Glasgow, all right. Yeah. And then Nevin Maguire. Nevin was on with the 2 boys earlier there, and he was outlining what he's added to this, because it's dinner for 2. And I think you have to book about a decade in advance to get dinner there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think, I know for a fact you've got to book years in advance, because we've done that, and then guess what happened?
Tell us.
No, the date came round, and I can't remember something. It clashed or something or other.
Because it was so far away.
We were waiting for. Literally, it was 2 years. I'm waiting for it to come round, and then it came round. I can't remember what it was, but something came up. So then we had to go
always the way.
Right back to the back of the pile again.
Oh God.
So this is for 2. Anyhow, dinner for 2 at Devon McGuire's restaurant in Black Lion, and he's included a signed cookery book.
Wow.
You should get one of them.
Yeah.
It's just a Bible at home.
Right.
Big thick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one of his books he's signing, but I have the just.
Is there a section on eggs on it?
Yeah, and I'm sure
a couple of pages.
I'm sure he suggests doing the twirl.
All right. The vortex, John. The vortex. Come on, now, get me the lingo.
All right. Get with the program. Anyhow, he's a signed book and a hamper and a set of his signature cutlery as well. So that's an amazing prize. Thanks to Nevin. And a voucher for Foy's. We were down there yesterday doing a show, Foy's with Letterkenny and Ballybuffet, a €250 voucher to spend there. So,
fantastic prizes.
All up for grabs. Not prizes as such, but items that are available
Yes.
to
bid on.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's in our auction. And details on our website for that, highlandradio.com. Now, St. Patrick's Day coming up. What you two fellas going to be doing on Sunday? Do you go to the parade?
We have been in other years. This year, I'll just do a very quick plug because the GA club, my GA club in Convoy, are doing a big breakfast on Sunday morning.
Right.
So that'll kind of take up the morning to get everybody sort of ready for the rest of their day.
Yeah.
And then we might end up at the parade then at some stage. It's oh, we have our third guest in the building.
There's Conal Gallen coming in now. He can sit there in the corner and be quiet for a while. For being late, that's just now. Not be rude, Porrick. Just because Conal's entered the room.
Oh, that's okay.
Convoy, big breakfast on Sunday.
In the parish hall in Convoy, and you can buy tickets through our app if anybody wants, or you can pay at the door. But
what's it?
In the locality.
Is this the first? Is this a done thing on St. Patrick's Day?
This is the first. It's, I suppose, a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of clubs and organisations, you feel like you're always looking for money, fundraising.
Yeah.
So this is more to get people from the community in and have a morning, and there'll be music and dancing and entertainment and everything there as well. So that's the plan for the morning. So there, I got the plug in. I didn't think I would do it, but there you go.
Green eggs.
Yeah,
green eggs. Yeah,
make it Paddy up to do the eggs.
Give me a shout.
Right, Conal.
St. Patrick's Day Convoy. He wanted to get a plug on. I'll just do it as well.
Straight on the
listen, never miss an opportunity. My apologies to yourselves and to our listeners.
It's okay. You've given the signed letter to Caroline, have you?
The signed letter.
Oh, apology.
Oh, no, it's on the way.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. There used to be the old one, the checks in the post.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, good to see you.
Come here, my lad.
We're just chatting about St. Patrick's Day. What are you up to? Are you gigging this weekend?
I am gigging tonight, and then I'm off for a couple of weeks. So
nice.
I'm down in Cavan.
Right.
In the Hotel Kilmore in Cavan.
Not for the first time.
Not for the first time, and hopefully not the last. No, I love the place now. I must say, I'm a lucky guy. St. Patrick's Day, I'm not. No, never work St. Patrick's Day.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a day. It wouldn't be a
Wouldn't
day
be
or
a
a night, no.
Yeah, I remember years ago when we were playing in the pubs and that, and you do St. Patrick's Night, but everybody was hammered.
Yeah.
You know,
without that, the whole thing would
the only way
until the tipping point.
Yeah, well, the only way to work it then eventually was that I got hammered.
Yeah.
No, I just no. It's not a night for my type of entertainment anyway.
No.
But no, I love St. Patrick's Day. I love the ethos of it. Yeah. But I'm more looking forward to tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
Rugby.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Has the wind gone out of our sails in the rugby? Is the good's been taken out of it now? We're beaten by England. We're not going to win the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
We probably will win the championship, but
yeah. You know, this is the thing. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, God, we're only going to win the championship.
I know. And another year you take it with both hands.
Yeah. I remember one time being at a match in Glasgow. It was a cup final. Celtic played Airdrie, and Celtic won. But you'd have thought they lost because they didn't beat Rangers. It was in Airdrie, so what? I mean, if there's any Airdrie fans or Rangers fans out there, I'm just saying.
There's an element of that, with being beaten by England. But
yeah, there is, yeah.
It was disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, of course you can.
It was a few years ago. This English guy is over in Ballybofey. And he's into a pub because the World Cup was on, the Rugby World Cup. England were playing Fiji. Mm-hmm. So he was in the pubs packed. And, of course, everybody's supporting Fiji. So anyway, England won anyway. And the Englishman, he understood the bits and pieces, as everybody's supporting Fiji. And he's talking to some of the boys. He said, is there no time at all that you would ever support England? And one of the boys says, oh, geez, yeah. He says, if they were playing Tyrone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Loyalties, yeah.
Yeah. So, so the rugby's on tomorrow, Scotland. Early in the day, late in the day. What's
the Ireland? I think it's on 4:45, but there's the match on earlier. Okay. Italy and somebody.
All right. So you're big into the rugby?
Love it. I've been playing rugby. Well, I've stopped now, but playing rugby since I was 10 years of age.
Oh, did you? You were younger, you played rugby. So
Well, I was in boarding school, and that was.
Because for some reason you don't strike me as a rugby player. What do you think, lads?
Maybe a forward.
No, scrum half.
Right.
Scrum half was always the hand. You were sort of the link between the forwards and the backs.
Okay.
And my whole plan was to get rid of the ball the minute I got it. Because everybody was after you.
Right. I know. It sounds like a good enough plan.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay then. Connell's joined us. We need to take another short break, and we'll be right back.
Today's show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
At Cooney's Home Interiors, we pride ourselves on offering you the very best in choice, quality and value on all home furnishings. Treat your home with a visit to Cooney's today and choose from our large range of suites, tables, beds, not to mention our large selection of home accessories. Our motto is, if you see it, you can buy it, and we will deliver it to your door. Cooney's Home Interiors, Letterkenny Retail Park. Style and perfection at incredible value.
I've just had the Eclipse Cinemas experience. Wow, they truly have taken a night at the movies to a whole new level. Amazing recliner chairs, director's lounge VIP room, pizza and hot food served to your seat. Have a glass of wine and enjoy the film on the big screen. Try it for yourself at Eclipse Cinemas Lifford Strabane, where the stars shine brighter. By the way, the pizzas are amazing. You can book your seat anytime at eclipsecinemas.ie.
Kia is now making it easier to go green, offering 0% finance on the all-new Kia Niro. With an impressive 460-kilometre range on a single charge, the Niro ensures you can go the distance without compromise. Visit imotors.ie today and avail of this limited offer.
Highland Radio are celebrating another birthday. We are inviting you to join us for our Highland Radio Birthday Bash on Tuesday the 19th of March in the Mount Errigal Hotel. Joined by the one and only Margot, myself David James, plus special guests Brendan Quinn, Declan Ernie and Patrick Feeney. This is a night not to be missed. Tickets now on sale. For more information, visit the outlet at highlandradio.com or give us a call on 074 91 25,000. We'll see you at the Highland Radio Birthday Bash.
Today's show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union. Simplify your debts with a debt consolidation loan from Letterkenny Credit Union. Call us on 074 910 2126 or apply online via our app or in office today.
Foy & Company, Ballybuffet and Letterkenny are the largest stockists of interior and exterior paint in the Northwest. If you're planning a painting project and need help picking the right colour and brand of paint for your home or commercial premises, call in and ask our qualified paint colour consultants, interior designers and interior stylists. The team at Foy & Company, Ballybuffet and Letterkenny will be delighted to help.
Hi, Paddy here at Shane Conley Cars in Donegal Town. Are you looking to upgrade your car? With Shane Conley Cars, you'll find makes and models for every budget. Great finance options, and we also accept trade-ins. Check out ShaneConleyCars.com or call in to us at Shane Conley Cars from Lonaher Road, Donegal Town.
Betty Morgan talks about her son.
Eamon was one of life's givers. When he had a sudden brain hemorrhage and sadly died, his organ donation helped 2 people transform their lives. It's consoled us so often. Eamon was a giver in life, and to now he's a giver of life.
Organ donors save lives. Make today the day you decide to be an organ donor and let your family know your wishes. For more, visit hse.ie/organ donation from the HSE.
Mary here from McGee's Pharmacy to let you know that Loncombe have a great beauty gift available this week. Buy 2 Loncombe products, one of them to be skincare, and you will get a free 5-piece gift containing a full-size bifacial eye makeup remover, a choice of 2 travel-size creams, and more iconic Loncombe products. This is available until Saturday the 23rd of March or while stocks last. Some T's and C's apply. For any skincare advice, you can always talk to Gemma or myself here at McGee's Pharmacy on Main Street, Letterkenny.
Highland Radio weather updates with Ireland West Airport. You don't visit Liverpool for the weather, but it does rain goals at Anfield. Fly to Liverpool daily with Ryanair. Ireland West Airport. Don't just take off, take it easy.
Broadcasting throughout the Northwest and across the world online. This is Highland Radio.
Yes, indeed, and it's our big birthday charity day today, the 15th of March, and as part of that as well, we are having a coffee morning, which will be starting fairly shortly, 10 until 12, and there's all sorts of goodies. You fellas came in past them on the way in, so all sorts of goodies lined up out there, and Fanula and Linda are there, and they're going to be making teas and coffees. Anybody wants to pop in, leave a wee donation, fill yourself, feel free.
Perfect.
Yeah. Can I just say as well, just the day ahead, because it's the schedule's been turned on its head. After this, it's Greg and Lee for an hour, and that's going through the items that are up for auction and general chit chat and stuff. So that's after this, and then from 11 to 12, it's That's Entertainment. Vanilla Rabbit here in studio with Maria Rush, Michael Eddy, and Noel Cunningham. And from 12 to 1, it's going to be Donal hosting a special hour of nostalgia, looking back at some of the presenters on Highland, 'cause 34 years. And Conal, you would have remembered.
I remember his opening. I remember.
Yeah.
First day of it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't around for the first couple of years, but first opening was a lot different than what it is.
Oh God,
yeah, it was a lot more chaotic.
Completely
from the
different. Oh God, save us. It was, but it was. I mean, it was brilliant. It was so exciting because it was no such. Well, there had been the pirate radios and that, but there had been no such thing as an official local radio.
That's right.
And I mean, it was just so such a buzz. There was such a buzz. I remember that day. Oh Lord.
Yeah. And who else? Can you remember who else was here, or
Sean,
what was it?
Sean was here. Packy, I think, might have been good, right?
Packy Keeney?
No, Packy Keeney, I think.
Oh,
yes.
Packy Bradley.
Packy Bradley.
Was he here?
I'm not sure. I think so. You're asking me.
Yeah, I know. Hey, 34 years. But anyway,
I'm not sure if Brendan was here as well.
Brendan Maxwell. Well, you know what? They're going to be going through the names of people who were here at the very start and along the way, presenters and some of the events and so on. So that's with Donal and Canis and Aidan Murphy and Tommy Rosney. All here in studio from 12 o'clock. After the 1 o'clock news, it's Highland Ladies on the Loose, and that is with Michaela Clark hosting with Sinead Black, Jean Kern, Donna Marie Doherty, and Trudy O'Donnell. And then the action moves down to the shopping centre at 2:30 because it's a country jamboree with some unlikely country boys, namely Oisin Kelly, Greg Hughes, and Brendan Devaney.
Oh, three.
Some lineup.
Country music people, yeah.
Three of the greatest singers. Just fantastic singers.
We've heard Brendan.
Yeah, I just said, I've heard Brendan. You just said we heard him.
We'll leave it at that.
Quality difference there.
Anyhow, they're going to be in song anyhow at 2:30 to 3:30 at the shopping centre. David James doing his show down there as well at 3:30, and it's a pay to play and a pay not to play.
Right.
Get it?
Yes.
Get it?
Very
That's
good.
where the real money will be made.
Oh yeah, could be. And then Ivan Borland rounding it all off just after the 5 o'clock news. It's a DJ mashup himself, Canis Wilson.
Yes,
he was in earlier. He's going to be on with Donal later on, and then he's down in the mashup. Just
busy man.
Great work ethic.
That's what it is.
Great work ethic. I actually. You can't. Isn't there a statute of limitations on prosecutions? Isn't there? Yeah.
There is. Certain ones. Yes.
Yes, because I'm on the land Canis in it too. We were both on pirate radio.
Yeah, were you on pirate as well?
And Paggy. The three of us were in the same pirate radio. Buncrana, yeah.
I didn't know that. There you go. Well, I served my time in pirate radio as well, but we were down in Donegal town.
Oh, right, yeah. Well.
We tried to be a pop channel in Donegal town, just didn't work. There was another one. It was played all Irish country. That was out the road, Glencoe.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
yes.
Oh, they were going a bomb. And we were trying to do the whole pop thing, and it wasn't really working that well. But anyway, a DJ mashup, Canis Wilson, Keith Fletcher, Marty Friel, and Joe Dex, all with Ivan. So it's an unusual day, but it's a varied day and all towards a good cause.
Ivan's here a good while too, isn't he?
He is, yeah. From very, very near the start as well.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And Keith? And Canis. So there's and Tommy. Like there's there's still quite a few.
But it shows you, a radio station when the same presenters are there for so long, it can't be that bad.
Well, absolutely.
No, but you know what I mean. If it's like going to a restaurant and the staff's always changing. You're thinking, no, that it mustn't be working.
Any business where there's a high turnover of staff, you start thinking.
Yeah.
Anyhow, back to St. Patrick's Day. So you're not going to be gigging, just going to be enjoying it. Anybody going to parades?
Seeing the two boys got a wee plug there for their localities. I must shout out the beautiful Downings and the Carry Gart, and there'll be plenty of music and things going on there in the Old Glen Bar and the Downings Bay and all. And look out for Bobby and Frank, my father-in-law, and Frank, my other dipper. You never know, they might be making an appearance on the parade down there too. So best of luck to the lads.
Something lined up. All right. Well, no doubt it'll be colourful.
They may make an appearance.
They may make an appearance.
Where have we heard that before? Speaking of parades, I see that obviously there's plenty of big parades in the States, and the one in New York's always on a Saturday. Don't know why. They just have it for the closest Saturday to St. Patrick's Day, and that's the oldest and the largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world. It goes back to, wait for it, 1762. I'd say there was no such thing as parades here in Ireland back in 1762.
Aye, but John, they call it Patty's Day parade, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's how Patty. Yeah.
I know it because
where was the oldest one?
That's it, New York.
On a Saturday, I remember. Yeah. Were you there?
He was there at the first. Came over from Ireland's open day just to be there.
He gets about.
Anyway, it's a full 14 years before the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So I'm not sure what it looked like back then, but it's colourful now. So right around the world, there are going to be St. Patrick's Day parades at Dunloe to Dubai, and at Kenny to Lagos, and there'll be dying rivers and lakes and all sorts. The usual lighting buildings up green and
the eggs green.
Green eggs, obviously, yeah. But it's a great day for Ireland, and it's embraced in so many corners.
Yeah, and embraced so hugely. I mean, but then again, I suppose we've been everywhere. Ireland. There's very few countries,
and we are everywhere
that we're not embedded in.
Yes,
it's you take Australia. I mean, how many Irish people are in Australia? I don't know. They reckon there's 44 million. People who claim Irish ancestry or are Irish living in America and the United States. I mean, 44 million.
Wow.
There's only 5 or 6 of us here.
You couldn't blame them with the pint of Guinness now, €7.50, and the chicken roll, £8.
Yeah, but you see, right. We were always known for drinking and fighting, but in this case, in America, we have outbred them. No violence, we did it with love.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
You like that?
Spark it up.
Peace on earth and goodwill. You know St. Patrick was supposed to have driven the snakes out of Ireland, you know that?
All right, yeah.
But he missed Leinster House.
Yeah, that's good.
It might need to come back. So, no, it's great because can you think of any other national day? Like, even you mentioned the States there, like on Independence Day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's celebrated widely in the States and maybe some pockets elsewhere. But Patrick's Day, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and probably the biggest American day would probably be Thanksgiving. And it pales after St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
It does. The world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade is also in the United States, I'll have you know. It's in a place called Hot Springs in Arkansas. And how long do you think it is? I'll tell you. No need to guess. How long do you think?
No, tell me.
I'll tell you. 98 feet long.
98 feet. I was just about to say.
I was close to. I was going to say 97.
There you go.
Well, could we not go for a record here and beat them?
Beat them with the shortest. Paddy?
We'll have one just out the door here.
We are just about to get into the Guinness Book of Records here.
It's going to be eclipsed. And they always have a celebrity grand marshal at that. Small Knowles it is, because the likes of Jim Belushi and Bo Derek have done the honours in the past.
Excellent.
So yeah. But
if you want any of us, we can be available.
All right,
then we'll get to Hot Springs.
Yes, yeah.
Hot Springs.
At a moment's notice.
Yeah.
In Arkansas.
We can still make it for this year.
Where was I? What was I reading about? Anyway, listen. The next St. Patrick's Day weekend. The next time the St. Patrick's Day is going to be on a weekend. 4 years' time. we're going to have to wait 4 years now for it, because you take it for granted now when it's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
It's great. It's on a Sunday. It's fantastic. 4 more years.
A leap year, yeah, maybe.
To be at 2028, it says. And a bit of good news on the weather front, in that it's supposed to be fairly good on Sunday, because we've all done the standing out in the hail showers.
Yeah.
Ah, come on.
No, I'm studying away at you. I'm just thinking that it's some of the information you're coming out with.
I had to come semi-prepared.
I'm wondering what sort of a home life you have.
Oh, very good.
Well, that says it all. So anyway, the weather's the forecast fairly good. No horizontal rain or hail.
It is a rite of passage, though, to get soaked on St. Patrick's Day. Like, I feel you're not really getting the Irish experience if you don't get that at some point in your
at
life,
least once.
Yeah, in your lifetime.
You do need one hailstones down the back of the neck.
We've all been there, umbrella over the Wayne, pram in hand, waiting for it to be over.
It's one of those things that down the years, then you say, do you remember? Remember we all got soaked. The only thing about it, that one in Hot Springs. If it did rain, you wouldn't get really wet, 98 feet.
And then you're standing there getting soaked, and you remember, and your mum said, the last thing that she said, you get out the door, bring a jacket.
Take it umbrella.
And you're like, why do I need a jacket for a day like that?
Yes. Irish weather.
Yeah, I know. And one more thing, in Ohio, in the United States, because there was talk, in other notes, there was the Guinness are doing a promotion. This is for their 0-0, and they're giving away pints. That's the catch.
All right, I suppose they'd have to give away the 0-0s.
Well, has anybody had a pint of 0-0?
I have.
Yeah. It's supposed to be quite good.
But I don't drink, so that's my only experience of Guinness. But it's.
What do you think of it?
My feeling is, at least if you're drinking the alcohol, you're getting the buzz off it. Like, otherwise, it's just.
But with no buzz? I mean, what's the actual taste?
Well, I do. Funny, I was saying this to my wife last night. I wish when I was going out, that option was there, because the only non-alcoholic I had was Beck's, and it was rotten. Sorry, Beck's are a sponsor. We'll lose them now.
I remember Beck's. That was the
only option. So you'd be drinking Lucasades all night and be like wired.
Yeah,
full of sugar. So at least the Guinness is smoother.
I think Beck's was the first.
That's right, Beck's
beer you could take, like no alcohol beer.
There was a fella, I think maybe in Russian, who said about non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah,
says drinking non-alcoholic beer is like going to bed with a sex-free woman. What is the point?
Like watching porn on the radio. Like a waterproof tea bag.
Anyway, maybe we'll go back to 0-0, will we?
Every time you speak, something comes in my head. I'll just sit in the corner again, will
yeah. Anyhow, that's what Guinness are doing, 0-0. But if you happen to make it to Ohio in the States, they're actually giving away real pints of Guinness. But the catch there is that you have to go to Ohio to get it.
Well.
Yeah. And pints were pricey over at Cheltenham during the week. A pint of Guinness over there was $7.50. That's sterling.
So, that'd be all the betting money gone.
Do you follow any a few bets during the week on Cheltenham? No bets. No horses.
The only thing I was thinking, I think Sir Alex Ferguson had a couple of winners. So as a United fan, I'm going to have to claim it, because that might be all we get this weekend. So we're claiming his horses, I think, just in case.
We did have a couple of winners.
Is this the horse that we're fighting over, John?
No, I think that one might be long gone. Gibraltar, yeah. That's the one caused all
that caused eruptions.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I know nothing.
Nothing about horses. You don't even know a story about horses.
Hey?
You don't even know a story about horses.
No, but I put a lot of money into sick animals, but I didn't know they were sick when I backed them.
Or the fella that bet on a horse in the 3:30, and it took 7 other horses to beat it. So there you go. Anyhow, no bets all week, no winners.
My horse is still running.
There you go. Because there's two festivals. One would be the Grand National, and the other Cheltenham. Really, that a lot of people who don't have anything to do with know anything about horses would have a wee.
Yeah, I would probably, if I remember to do it, I would have a flutter on the Grand National. But I mean, what I know about horses could be written on the back of a postage stamp with a whitewash brush.
You know more than me, then.
They say say horses. Well, if you're betting on horses, you win one day and you lose the next. Why don't people just bet every other day then?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
good. You're on to something there, John.
Yeah, well.
They reckon that the horse is the smartest animal as regards racing. You put like Cheltenham or the Grand National, you put 30 horses into a race and millions of people will watch it. You put 30 people into a race, not one horse will turn his.
Very good. One of the smartest. So what else is happening around about at the minute? This is actually something that is on at the moment, and it probably has passed you by. Seachtain Gaeilge. Because every so often I'll see a wee sign at the roundabout or something will pop up on TV or something just to remind us. And you know, I don't know about your Irish. My Irish is terrible, and it's just great to once a year just get a wee reminder that, listen, if you have a couple of fuckle, would you, for heaven's sake, use it. And I'm terrible. I hold my hands up. I'm terrible. And on the radio, all week, not one Irish word. And does it pass you boys by as well, or do you make an effort?
This is one of my things. So I don't have Irish as such. People probably are aware of Duolingo. So I've been trying to learn Irish in Duolingo. It's not going great, but I have a streak of 1,900 days in a row, so I haven't missed it.
So must be fluent by now.
You would think so. I know how to order like a tea and a coffee and things like that, but it gets the more complicated things, the Mo Canila and that, probably I'm missing a wee bit. But
tea.
I know.
Sure,
hey, Donald knows that one.
But I was speaking English.
But I think it's a thing. If you're it's finding places to use it. I think a lot of people probably have more Irish in them than they think. You know, they have more words and they understand more, but it's having the confidence to use it.
Oh yeah, some of it stays with you. You know, we things that. Well, my mother was fluent, but I don't know. None of us ever were. But we things like. I would throw them out sometimes in conversation and forget that I knew them. You know, like Níl Tinton Mar da Hinton Féin. There you are now.
Very good.
Did that throw you?
I'm impressed.
What's that?
What? There's no fire like your own fire.
There's no fires like that.
He is. He knows. He knows the crack.
That was on Duolingo.
I learned how to longer time ago.
My fear of Duolingo is that I'd be learning Irish from some other region. If I was going to improve my Irish, I think I want Donegal Irish.
Well, that is the problem with it too. It's they've set up nearly as like a standard version, but there is no standard version, or you know.
Yeah, I did like that. The Donegal Irish. I learned when I was in national school, and then I went off to secondary school in Dublin, and one of my teachers for 2 or 3 of the years was from Kerry.
Oh, that's really complicated.
Listen, I was like 3 different languages. You know, ma and my and.
Paddy, what about you?
I know it's more Duolingo I've been watching than Duolingo, but it's one of my biggest regrets not learning the Irish, and it's no reflection on my Irish teacher Gracie Peoples back in the day. She was amazing. So, but I wish I had listened to Gracie a wee bit more, because the Irish would be great to have.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that it's inflicted on us. You know, as young people say, you have to learn this, you have to learn that. But when you get older and you say, well, I want to learn Spanish, or I want to learn, you go and you learn it. Or you try to learn it. Same with Irish. I mean, I know a lot of people in Northern Ireland who are fluent Irish speakers, but they didn't. They did it because they wanted. It wasn't.
It wasn't pushed on you.
And those people probably could have gone on and learned Spanish, anything, you know, the same way.
But everything's inflicted on you when you're that age. You know, you have no choice. Listen, you have to learn your sums, and you know, and we're doing English. But I can speak English. No, we're doing English.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff too, though. I mean, when was the last time you used Pythagoras' theorem?
Yes.
And how long did it take you to learn it? And could you repeat it now?
No.
Well, was that not? Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, I did.
There's a lot of things that you know what goes down in that piece of paper that doesn't really determine who you become or what you turn out to be, isn't it? That right?
Yeah, they should give up school and have problem solving.
If what, sorry?
Problem solving.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
if
more of the stuff we were learning at school was relevant to sort of everyday life, it would make more sense. And Pythagoras' theory would be a good example.
I seen someone say that they should teach you how to change a wheel and change a electric plug, you know, and compulsory instead of things like.
This is one of my pet bugs, and I think and you chat about teaching things in school and teaching things that maybe aren't as important or whatever, but CPR.
Oh, 100%.
Should be taught
compulsory.
At least from secondary school.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not as if you need one class a week or 10 classes a week, or you only need a few through the year. You bring in somebody from the HSE, somebody who can do it, and top them up over a course of 5 years. In the final year, the 5th year, you will have 60,000 plus people who can do CPR. 60,000 plus.
Yeah.
You know, what's that? How many lives is that going to save?
Yeah.
So if anybody listening there now.
That's that's the curriculum sorted for next year. Okay. Billy, let's see. Let's connect here to. We're going to hopefully join the shopping centre. If I can, just. Okay, well, ain't there at the moment that I can see, but hopefully we're going to join them shortly on Zoom. In the meantime, we've come full circle. Really, we started off poached egg. You missed that part, Connell. You weren't here for the
poached eggs.
Yeah, we had poached eggs earlier.
Oh, crikey!
It was a masterclass from Paddy.
How do you? The easy way.
The vortex and the vinegar is just the old-fashioned
way. That's the only way to
best
do
way.
it. Yeah. Sugar. I thought there was.
I'll come round someday and I'll get you.
Because I bought all the,
No worries, we'll get it sorted.
So,
it'll be your next skit.
Yeah.
Speaking of skits,
I did say skit.
Yes. Yes. Okay, right.
Yes.
Speaking of which, your videos. I met Paddy down in County Seat during the week, and he was telling me that he does some of the videos with you, and they're huge on YouTube. I mean, like massive, like millions of views.
Yeah.
And it's just little sketches that you do.
Yeah. It blew me away when they started telling me about these figures, and I thought, God, couldn't be right. But then the other evening, Rory told me he put up something, and the following day we had 160,000.
There you go.
In 24
They're impressive numbers.
Well, I'm impressed myself but again, I don't know what it means.
We might be away to Ohio yet for Paddy's Day.
Okay, thanks a million, guys. We have to go to the shopping centre because we have to lead up to news, and we're going to catch up with them down there. Listen, happy St. Patrick's Day. Is it the bear? You can say that now in advance, but like saying Happy Christmas a couple of days out ahead. Can you do that?
La Brani.
Today's Friday. We can start today.
La Brani, Father.
Well, listen, have a great St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for taking a wee bit of time out to lend your weight to our charity day. Much appreciated. Okay.
Thank you.
Now let us go to the shopping centre because there's a spinathon on down there again, raising money, and Sean Quinn is there with the gang. Sean, can you hear me?
I can just about breathe here, John.
I'm
just literally off the bike. Did the 20 minutes. If you look behind me, there's Canis getting wiped down.
Canis
did a great job.
He's everywhere today.
He's what?
He's everywhere today. I wouldn't expect to see anybody else on the bike.
Joe Duffy's just blowing him down there. He's doing a great job. We're flying it here. We're up and running. We've had so far the Highland bike. We've done just over 14 kilometres. So Joe Duffy Tech reckons we just passed Carrandonna from Malin Head. So we have a long way to go yet, but we're getting there, John.
Okay.
Slowly but surely. On the gym bikes, I've got KO Fitness, and they're just about to finish their 30 minutes. My God, they can fairly move on it. They're incredible. The speed of them put us all to shame, but that's what it's all about. The other thing, John, is after that we've got KO Pilates by Samantha, and I want a special thanks to them because they've actually raised over €500 for the charities today. So they went above and beyond the call. So fair play to every single one of them in that gym, because I know that Samantha went to everybody to see what they donate. So they've instead of the 150, they've actually come over €500. So well done to them. And when I'm on it, we've now raised over $2,500 on our GoFundMe page. So we're still obviously to raise a lot of the bike money still to go in there. And thanks also to the shopping centre here in Letterkenny, to Brian and all the staff, because they've also given us €1,500 of a donation, which is very kind of them. So that's going to bring us very close to €5,000 in my counting when we put in the bike money. And that's not to count the generosity we're getting around us here in the shopping centre. There's so many people coming up to the buckets, but there's very little. It's a very kind of quiet donation box because there's a lot of notes going in as opposed to coins. So that's always a good sign, John.
Silent collection. Yeah.
Silent collection is, yeah. I remember the parish priest years ago saying, when the collection box comes around, make sure it's nice and silent. So that's happening so far here. So it's great. It's a great buzz. There's people, obviously, they're encouraging each other to go as fast as they can. We'll call it the pro bikes because that's what they are. The pro bikes, they're so good at it. On the Highland bike coming up after Canis is going to be Chris Ashmore. And what time are you on, John?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, I think. Thereabouts, yes.
We're going to need you. We're going to need you to do twice as much as us because I'd say we might be slightly behind our target, but to try and get to Sleeve League by 5 o'clock. Well, we'll give it a go.
I'm looking at Canis there over your shoulder, and I say Canis could be there. He could be at Sleeve League by lunchtime.
Well, he's just coming through the main street in Carndonna.
I didn't
he's
say
a little bit homesick because obviously he's from Clonmany.
I didn't say which lunchtime. Right. Okay. Thanks. So we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, good man, John. Thanks.
Right,
and keep donating, everybody. Keep donating. Thank you.
And just a reminder that it's idonate.ie and that there's everybody who donates through the day, by the way, there's a chance to win some prizes. Local businesses have been very good to us and given us some prizes to give away. So if you donate, whatever you donate, could be a few euro, could be a few €100, then there's a chance to win one of those prizes. Go to idonate.ie, Highland Radio on there, or just go to our website, highlandradio.com, and you can get the link to donate. Greg and Lee are up next, and it's time to take a short break, and news headlines coming up.